Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
From the virtual iRacing Daytona International Speedway, we welcome you to preseason. The Australian NASCAR X Series is ready to go for those drivers that are available for New Year. The final warm-up, preseason rolling at the virtual World Center of Racing as we get you set for the new year that fires off next Tuesday night and Thursday for Xfinity and Trucks, and we welcome you to coverage on Highline. Welcome to another year. I'm Wesley Outland. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, mates and mateys of Aussie land. And joining me alongside is Nigel Siddell, as well as Mr. Bigglestein Hopton. They'll chime in on commentary along the way, but the field is on the grid and we are rolling. We'll talk to them in just a moment. But first, let's introduce the starting lineup. As on the pole will be Brandon Burkhardt in the number 9 Nitro entry. Tommy McKiernan will be, of course, on the outside of row number 1. We'll see what Cy Bahan will be able to do. Keith Ackney, Nitro number 69, will start third, and Brad Wright to the outside in the number 4 position. Row number 3 on the grid will find Brian Blundell as well as Timo Blundell, the Blundell family. And starting 7th, we'll find Michael Sherlock in the 350. Josh Micklemore, former series champion, on the outside of row number 4. Row 5, Jason Holdsworth in Nitro Toyota, starting 9th, and Matt Raymond in the 83 to the outside for preseason here in Daytona. Dave Douglas, Double D, is ready to go again, and Luke Trehair in the outside in 6th. Final rows will find Nigel Siddell and Dane Diego Snadden, who joined me in the booth for coverage on Highline on Saturday night of the 500. Back at Daytona again under the lights. The pace car is onto the pit lane. Preseason Daytona. Stage 1, 20 laps, then an 80 lap run to a finish of 100 laps. More cars coming off of pit road, starting off of pit lane. Boy, we got a gaggle of traffic there. My goodness. Dean, this is crazy, but we are into the green.
Yeah, that was very interesting for some of these drivers all starting down there at pit road. So they all came out trying to get up to full speed just as our leaders had passed the start-finish line to get around. So they are on the backstretch a little further back from this gaggle of cars. But Brian Blundell up 4 places and Dave Douglas up 9 places already from this start. So I think things have been switched around a little bit there, Wes. But, hey, it's preseason.
We are into the green, and here they come, working now, stacked up to the line. Give the opening lap for preseason to Brian Blundell. This, by the way, we'll go to lap number 20. Nigel Siddell joins me in the broadcast booth as well as on track. He's in 10th right now. Nigel, welcome to a new season. And what an opportunity for preseason testing here with these X-Cars.
Good evening, Wesley. Good evening, Dean. Good evening, everyone out there watching live tonight on Highline. It's a brand new opportunity, brand new season. Isn't it great to be back out here on track? And there's a lot of new faces out here too tonight that will be running full time with us this year. A smaller field tonight. There's another big series going on in Australia at the moment. It's their last night, so then they'll be back next week. But it's a good chance for these guys who are new to the series to get a good run under their belt.
Remember, preseason here in Daytona will be the night for the Australian NASCAR X Series. The truck will be on Thursday, and we'll have that for you on Highline as well. Down to the inside, Blundell. He's got company with McKiernan and Douglas. What a fight now. 3 wide, Dean, on the back straightaway in the early going here at the World Center of Racing.
Yeah, the leaderboard just sorted itself out too, Wesley, because basically what happened, because those pit lane starters had come out basically, I think, a little bit before the drivers had come around the start-finish line. So it triggered then to say that they were essentially in the lead of this race when obviously they weren't, as they're going to come around and complete another lap.
By the way, if you are watching on Highline Broadcasting is the new streaming platform for Australian NASCAR E-Series and so much more with the X Series tonight, on Thursday. There will also be some other things that will be broadcasted on Highline. Some other leagues of Australia have a chance to be on the network. All this goes on. Here's a look at the schedule. The season starts next Tuesday night, right back here at Daytona. But Nigel, this is a great opportunity if you take advantage for preseason testing. But this is a race. This is not a test. To get your car acclimated, figure things out, get acquainted with drivers around you, new talent, new team members. It's a great time to do it here. This is basically the Australian NASCAR version of the Clash, if you will, but they are going the full distance.
That's 100% correct there, Wesley. It's a good chance for teams to work out their new drivers, and it's like I was saying before, there's a lot of new drivers as well, and they probably haven't experienced the talent that some of these drivers do have, and it's a good chance and an opportunity to, to run 2-3 wide here at Daytona. So when things are on the line next week, it's a little bit more comfortable for them. And the most exciting part, I think, for this season, Wesley, is there's no more playoffs. We're going to be going to the chase. So the winner you're in is now officially dead.
Yeah, the playoff format has become obsolete, if you will, for not only Americans' NASCAR reality in real life, but now in the virtual world. We're noticing that, Dean, with a lot of leagues that we work together, as well as Australian NASCAR X Series, and obviously, no more playoffs, no more winning you're in. You've got to advance through the entire season, get as many points as you can, and then the playoffs are now a chase format, if you will, and Another set of certain drivers make it into the chase. They'll race for the championship at the end of a certain amount of races when they get to the end of the year. Then we'll see who will be fighting for the championship. And obviously, it's not an elimination round, Dean, as it's been in the past. If you make it to the chase, there's a certain amount of drivers. They'll duke it out. They'll battle. Things reset. But then it's not an elimination round, as I mentioned. You just race as hard as you can, get as many wins as you can, points as you can. When it's all said and done, you're the title holder.
That's exactly right, Wesley. And that's, I don't know, that's the format that everybody seems to be going. And, well, we'll see if we like it. Do you like it? I mean, the audience out there, let us know if you are liking this new format that a lot of leagues are planning on doing, that Wesley just explained. As we'll see how that situation pans out later in the season as well, too. But first of all, we're still in the preseason. And, of course, as you saw in that schedule, our first race will be a duplicate of this, Wesley, on the 17th.
In the words of Highline on Facebook, for this preseason showdown in Daytona for the X Series and the truck. Of course, remember, the trucks will be on Thursday. This race is all about sharpening the knives before the championship begins. New drivers, new teams, fresh liveries, and, of course, a first real look at who's come prepared for the preseason ahead. Daytona always delivers unpredictable racing, big drafts, and a zero margin for error, and even preseason holds that same intensity or not. No one lives at 200 miles an hour. Expect tight packs, bold moves, and plenty of storylines to set the stage before the first round here in Daytona as they work off turn 4, working lap number 8 at the line. And here's that big pack there, Brian Blundell, Nigel, leading the way. The Blundell family was right there on the same row together, but Brian has took advantage in his Ford. Dave Douglas, Matt Raymond, Brad Wright, and Josh Micklemore, your top 5 up the banking side by side in 1 and 2.
And it's a good opportunity for a lot of these guys as well, as Josh Micklemore just peels off just behind me. Must be going to go back to his team that's down there a little bit further. Is some of the new exciting drivers we've got coming in for the X Series this year. Just don't talk about the X Series tonight. We can discuss the trucks on Thursday. But Matt Danson's making a full-time return to the series this year after the ANC Championship last year. We've also got to see Brad Newman's got a new teammate, and Jared Philsell is going to be running full-time this season as well. So Brad will have a teammate, back-to-back champions.
Wow.
No, not back-to-back, only champion. So he's got a teammate this year for Lobs Esports. We've also got the Synergy boys. We've got Tom Freer and Brenton Hobson. They'll be back again this year. And also some new faces too. We've got Jared Kosh, who's going to be a rookie this season. We've got Angus Lawford stepping up as well from
Project
the Truck
36
Series.
boys are coming back,
Project
right?
36 guys. They're going to have 3 cars this year in the X Series as well, so that's exciting to see. And don't forget the big Vermilion team too. I think there's about 9 different cars from the Vermilion stable as well, so plenty of new faces, and it's going to be a full grid come next week. There's 36 charters taken, and I'm pretty sure there's 4 spots left to qualify in, which will be pretty hotly contested.
Storylines, obviously, even in preseason and in this race right now here on Highline as they work their way again into corner number 1. Douglas under attack now, Dean. That's right on the inside. Snadden up on the high side, and really enjoyed working with Dane Diego Snadden on the broadcast side of things, along with Aaron Dorman on Saturday night for the, of course, 500, raising money for the Victoria Bushfire charity race. What a successful race that was. And again, you know, Dean, a lot of these drivers were not able to run this race at the 500. Some did, but, you know, you get situated with this one, and it's really gets you an opportunity of seeing what these cars are going to be. And also, furthermore, those were with the next-gen Cup cars, if you will, Dean. They're nothing like the Xfinity, now O'Reilly cars, as they go up the banking side by side still for the front row, the first 2 or 3 rows door to door.
Biggest gainer, too, for our commentator, he said, for the charity race that we had the other day as well, too, for the Victorian Bushfires Fund. Dan Snowden, as you can see, who's just Dave Douglas has gone ahead of him, a push from behind there of, I can't pronounce his name. McKeon, is it McKeon?
I want to say it's
but
Sibahan McKiernan, I think it
maybe
is.
Nigel knows on that one. That's a new name in the 900.
Ain't it Sibahan McKiernan? I think it's Sibahan McKiernan or Sibahan McKiernan.
I'll ask for a
Sahaban, maybe Sahaban McKiernan. We're going to say Sahaban right now.
Speaking of him, he's up into the fence too.
We're getting acclimated on new names like we're preseason, like these drivers are getting acclimated on the racetrack. And McKiernan is the new name on the series. As he bounces off the ball in the Red Bull 900 and loses grounding on the front runners as Douglas Double D Nitro leads him in turn 3.
Yeah, Davey Douglas has done a bit of commentating for us as well too. And I just wanted to actually tune in with that one. Nigel, how many laps are you going to be able to get out of the fuel tank? It's 100% capacity, I believe. And how many are you looking at stretching if green flag?
Well, I'll be honest with everyone right now. I've got 31 laps left, so we've done 14 laps. So what's that make it?
About 45 laps.
Yeah, so it'll be 2-stop race. I think there's going to be there's a stage break at 20 laps, I think it is.
Yeah, 7 to go for a stage break.
Yeah. So we're all. Another thing too, was just talking about before, Wesley, is Highline, is the new platforming stream. It's going to showcase what's the best in Australia and also too all around the world as well. So if there's any leagues out there that want to join in with our platform that of over 3,000 subscribers now, might be an opportunity if you want to promote your league to jump on board, get in contact with us here with Highline, and I'll be more than happy to help you out.
Nigel, one of the things you said at the 500 when we had you in as a guest at the end of the race was you said on Highline it's going to be a free league. You're not charging like any other leagues if they want to broadcast. You just want to put content out there. That's it.
100%. We want to promote oval racing all over the world and help promote how great and how much fun it can be. And you can race with your friends, you can race as a team, you can take it seriously, or you can just have some fun. It's a good opportunity for all NASCAR leagues around the world to have their leagues broadcasted live. So yeah, it should be fun. It's just a platform. So it's a platform for them to so any of your leagues that you do over there, Wesley and Dean, it's might be an opportunity, and they might be able to share it onto Highline.
And Nigel and Dean, I have understanding the way you pronounce the 900 driver's name of McKernan is Siobhan. Siobhan McKernan is in that 900 that we were talking about, of that Red Bull number 900. That is, again, Siobhan McKernan. Nonetheless, biggest movers, bottom right. You see him in preseason here in Daytona with the X Series. And it is Dave Douglas all the way up to the lead earlier. Dean, he's back now in third. Brad Wright gets the chance to lead here as they work off 4 with under 5 remaining in stage 1 here in preseason testing at Daytona.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Are we going to be going green on this stage, or is it going to be a caution? Well, I guess we'll find out that very soon, won't we, with 4 to go currently at the moment. Some new graphics that we're going to be bringing this season here on Highline is, and you've seen some of these graphics before, Wesley, because I've used them when I've worked with you, but we're bringing them over here to Australia and this part of the world. And
Nobody.
Sorry?
I said, I ain't tell nobody, I promise.
So we got fastest little goodies, lap leaders, biggest gainers, fastest 5 laps for 5 laps in a row. We've got new results. You saw the new starting grid graphics that we have. We're still improving. And, of course, we the other little fancy one, of course, there, Wesley, is the driver position timeline chart, as you can see from Brad Wright, who's leading this race. You can see he's been hovering up around, second, dropped as far back as 7th place. Let's say, gone his way back up there, and you can see that consecutive kind of number ones up there in laps 15, 16, 17, and so forth. But, how they are switching it at the front. But that's some of the goodies that we have here on Highline this season.
By the way, don't forget there will be another preseason race. We'll have it for you in the booth on Thursday night at 8 Eastern Australian time with Daytona and the truck. And obviously, because of the Australian Logitech series, as you were mentioning, Nigel, not a big field. Glad to have what we have. 15 still good for Daytona. but there will be probably a double that on Thursday night when the trucks have their test here at Daytona, leading up to the season openers next Tuesday and Thursday, right back here at the Virtual World Center of Racing.
Oh,
that's correct. He's a big
seven
event
just hits the fence a little bit.
V8 Supercars, which we wish all the guys there all the best as well. Hopefully they have a good race as well, and hope things go well there. But yeah, this is a good to see Dean with some brand new graphics there as well. It's I love it. We all love working with Dean. He's great at what he does, and he always likes to push the limits every time, every day. Nothing's ever too much to ask. So it's really good to have Dean back with us on the on Highline this year as well, producing all the pictures for everyone at home.
I see you've got the nitro on the car too at the moment, the green and gold with the moo cow on the side there for Nigel's.
Well, it's John Deere. It's John Deere colours.
John Deere colours.
Yeah, it's John Deere.
Do you have any John Deere equipment on your
John Deere
farm?
green, John Deere green on the nitro. Yeah. Number 69 of Nigel Siddell. There he is. By the way, one to go here in stage one. I like the car, though. It's nitro. It's got a cow on the car, but that's John Deere green on those colors, though, Nigel.
Yeah, and there's corn as well. Corn on there as well. We have to grow corn for our cows. So
we love
got a few corn on there as well, as you can probably see in the yellow. I can't thank Keith enough. He done the paint for me, so a brand new paint for the X Series this year. Probably won't be running as much because I'll be in the booth with yourself. We're just bringing you all the pictures, and there's the yellow
You don't
flag.
get to race that much, damn it. So he's taking advantage of being on the track tonight.
Yeah.
I am. I thought to myself, well, I might just jump in and we can work around a bit of commentary at the same time.
Nigel,
So
you
at
have
the end of stage number one, caution
break?
out, by the way. Brad Wright wins the opening stage there, Dean.
Yeah, I was going to say, Nigel, did you have a good break as well too in the off season? I know that you're very, very busy with work and everything like that, and then running the leagues is, as we all know, it takes a lot of energy, a lot of effort. Do you have a good off season?
I did enjoy the break.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the break. I didn't do much. I did a little bit of racing, I must admit. I just had a bit of fun. Been driving a few sprint cars, actually, having fun in the sprint car as well. But
you had some races too, haven't you? Where was you at? At Perth? Is it Perth you were at?
No, that was the Australian sprint car titles in Mount Gambier, which is my hometown.
Okay.
Which was that was a really big event. There's probably there's close to 10,000 people came into town for a small country town. It was absolutely electric. It was great to see, and I'm a big fan of the sprint cars. But I'm actually enjoying being out on the track. There's one thing that everyone's getting better and improving. It's unreal. I love it. Great. We're in for a great season.
Nigel, stage one is done here in this preseason test with the X Series cars. We mentioned that they could probably go around 40 laps on a set of fuel. And do you come down pit road? You're only 21 laps into this race right now. I didn't see anybody decide to come down to the pit lane except guys in the back like Burkhart, Skurlock, Holdsworth, and Hackney. Do we see any of the front runners come out, or is it too early, too soon right now, you think?
Well, you can actually go another stint. So there's no need to go down pit road just yet. We've got a few laps left in the tank, so we could probably go another stage without having to fill it up. But if pit lane does open, it's closed at the moment, but if it does open up, I reckon I might head down.
It's another 20 laps for the next stage, so should be able to, you would imagine, if they go green, go all the way through there. Unless somebody wants to take a gamble out there. If you were running probably at the back, you might want to take a gamble and just say, you know what, I'll jump down, I'll fill it up so that if there happens to be a caution between the second and
here
stage.
They come.
Yeah, actually, forget about that. Looks like they are coming down there, Wes.
And here they come. It looks like the entire cavalry is actually coming down to the pit lane. And when I mean cavalry, I mean everybody in their entire kaleidoscope of colors coming in as what we say in the Aussie world, boxing. They're coming in to box in. And 4 tires and fuel, maybe just fuel only, Nigel. What do you think it is you make your pit stop?
Just fuel only for me. Just put some more in the tank and away I go again. There we go. I'm out.
There he goes. The nitro John Deere green machine is gone. He's going to get good position there, Dean. He's going to come out in third.
P3. Yeah, he's along with the other driver. Luke also looked like he took 2. A 12-second pit stop for Brad Wright, so not 100% sure if he did take any tyres on that one, or just took a little bit, or if he did manage to take 4 tyres. That would have been a very super quick pit stop there if he did, or just fuel only. There's a possibility as well, too. Not 100% sure. I do have some fancy new graphics for that, too, Wesley, but that's also only a guesstimation because iRacing do not provide us that information, unfortunately. So we have to kind of just put it in a little calculator and it crunches it out there. But we heard from Nigel, so we know that for a fact, that his 9-second stationary pit stop was 2 tyres, and that's the info is matching.
There it is.
But Brad Wright with 12-second pit stop might not have been 4 tyres. Could have only been 2. He could have just missed his pit box or had a little bit of a problem coming in. Either way.
I didn't actually put tyres on.
You didn't put tyres on. Just fuel, was it?
No, I didn't. Yep,
Aha.
just fuel for me.
That's fake information. Hashtag fake
It
news.
is. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll up
A
it.
little thing.
I'll up it to about 10 seconds then for your fuel only. So there you go. I fixed it.
Now, Dean, do they need to give you that information? Like, is that something that you can put in for pre-race during
Yes, I
your
can.
calculations?
Yeah.
Will
But
that make
I
it
did
easier
ask-
if they told you that?
I asked Jason, because I don't know what it is in these cars. So I generally ask a driver or something like that, or somebody in the league what it is, so that we can kind of calculate it. You know, because I don't know what these cars are specifically. Trucks we've kind of worked out now, Wesley, because we do enough of them.
We can work.
That's right.
We can work on that.
Yeah.
The other question I do have for you, Dean,
Yes, sir.
is that is there some way you can hook your graphics up to SimRacer Hub for stats to put into a graphic?
No.
Right.
No.
Because then you could have like their last season's top 5s and
That's
top
true.
10s and things like that.
I shall ask the developer about that.
I mean, I have
Could
the
be-
stats
could be
in front of me.
I just thought that'd be cool. Like you'd be able to have like, you know, last year's winner at Daytona in a graphic, and then like
Yeah,
top 5s,
yeah.
top 10s from like, and you can put that up in the graphic. It would look pretty cool. Anyway,
No, very, very good idea. By the way, though, the season was at Chicago Street Course, and Wayne Bork was the winner of that race whenever they ran it. The last time they ran Daytona during their last season was in August, and it was Tyler Williams that picked up the win the last time the X Series was at Daytona. So, and we're going back from last year.
and I reckon ANC we had. I think it was Lewis Great had won the ANC race at Daytona for the start of the season last year, and I
Yes, sir.
I reckon it might have been another Vermilion driver too that won the X Series race last year, the first race of the year. I could be wrong.
Well, nonetheless, we'll set him up for the restart. Nigel Siddell is our driver, analyst, and color man, and he is in the nitro. John Deere green on a hot summer night in Australia. Okay, that's the lyrics to the Joe Diffie country song, but it really is hot in Australia right now because it's winter in
It
the
is.
Carolinas and USA. It's hot in summer over there. Nigel Siddell will be ready to bring that bow tie, number 69, back to green. Front row, Brad Wright, Luke Trehair on the front row. Siddell, followed by Raymond, McKiernan, Burkhart. First 3 rows back in the restart zone. Australian NASCAR X Series preseason coming back to green here in Daytona.
And so far, so good too, Wesley. Although we got a couple of blinkers just for their internet connection. Hopefully that'll hold itself out. But no cautions caused by any incident so far. Just stage break caution. So let's see if they can scoot another 20 to end stage 2 under green flag.
And Nigel, that's something new as well this year. We're running 3 stages like NASCAR does. In the past, only 2 stages.
Yes, I think that's right. I'm not sure. I think so. I haven't really.
Yeah,
I was chatting about that one.
I looked at the calendar here
Yep.
before too. There's 3 stages, and you can see on
Below right
underneath-
there, 20, 40, and 100. So
Yep.
obviously another 20-lap stage. They ran about a handful of laps, so 15 remaining before that final push of 60 laps to the finish. Here they come, 3 wide, almost 4 wide. If you get in the battle there, oh, Nigel, get in there, baby. Green and yellow, 69 on the bottom as they go into 1.
Yeah, he can see Brad
And
Wright getting a little loosey
stage-
at the rear end as well
Stage
too.
racing was real. Oh, no, I was going to say stage racing was really popular. Sorry about that, Dean. I'm used to you not being on the broadcast.
No, you're right, mate. Go ahead. You're fine.
No, sorry about that. I
Oops,
keep forgetting about that. But that's okay. We'll work
you
around that.
focus on racing if you want to, Nigel. In the words
that's
of
all
who was it? Diego? Aaron Dorman. Aaron Dorman was in the booth with Snadden and I for the 500. You popped in as well as who was it? I believe it was Scott Rankin. Man, what a phenomenal job that we were able to orchestrate 5 voices on the broadcast at one time. What a maestro we were, Dean, to carry that. But he was saying, man, I never realized how hard it would be hearing somebody call the race blaring. And I'm trying to focus on driving, and obviously, Nigel, you're multitasking as well. Right there in the top 5, outside the top 5 now, as Raymond Dean powers to the front. Matt Raymond, you're seeing that orange machine give him a push. He's the new leader as they go into 3.
It was actually 6 because I'm usually chewing your ears off in the booth as well, too, if you can't hear me on the stream sometimes.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Even more.
It was a good time Saturday night. It really was.
And it raced, and it meet the target that was set for the Victoria Bushfire Fun. So that was fantastic.
As a matter of fact, I even took some of my pay and donated it to the Bushfire Victoria people. I know you did as well, Dean. You made a big donation. And I know he raced close to $800, and he had a $500 goal. Yeah. And he 3 times made more than that, and it goes to a great cause all the while. And Nigel, here's this big pack of traffic. You got Brad right in front of you in the orange 19. Go high, go low. Where do you go? And here comes now the 13 HC Lurs Toyota. Luke Trahair up out on the outside.
And that's making his first start in the series tonight. Luke Trahair as well. He's good to see the 13 out there as well. I think he's with the team Simboys, who's another new team into the series. They'll make their debut on the trucks. So they've got a pretty strong team in the trucks this year. So that'd be good to see. As got Brad and Matty Ray in front of me at the moment. We've got Joss and Jace and Josh Mickelmore just to the side of me. I better not crush those guys out.
Yeah, Nigel's up 7 as well too. And we'll see about the fastest 5 for 5. You're not in the fastest 5 for 5 laps at the moment there. Nige, real quick as well too, mate. How are you finding the new truck model updates as well too? Like what they've done recently.
I actually haven't driven the truck yet, to be honest with you, Dean.
Right.
I was planning on doing that in the next couple of nights. Haven't had to do much because I've thought to myself I'm going to be in the broadcast booth, so there's no need to hurry and do it. But I've been a bit busy at work as well. But hopefully the next couple of weekends I can get in there and do some trucks. But I'm hearing some great things about the trucks, and be interesting to see how they all go Thursday night with RTP Road to Pro with the iRacing, the Coke Series. Their qualification starts. So I think there's a few drivers from the Truck Series and the X Series that are going to have a crack at that. So good luck to all them that are racing tomorrow morning in that there. So there'll be a lot of guys with
Brad Newman.
Some pretty fast there.
Is he going to give it a shot? You think?
Not sure.
No.
Not sure. If you're out there in YouTube land and if you're going to give it a crack, give it the shout out in the YouTube comments.
By the way, don't forget on Thursday night we'll have coverage as well on Highline of the trucks preseason here in Daytona as well. We'll have it for you. Another opportunity to see what the truck will do. And Nigel, actually, you even said it yourself. You think there'll be a bigger turnout of trucks for the for preseason testing for the race than what you have for the X Series tonight. But they're still putting on a really good show right now.
Yeah, these guys here at the moment are they're not backing off. Let's put it that way. It's a very, very high standard at the moment, and they've got the 19 car wobbling around a little bit here at the moment. So watch out for him, but that's all right. Yeah, there'll be a bigger turnout for the truck this week. We've done a bit of a poll, and a lot more of the charter drivers. We're making a bit more of an effort on Thursday, but it's not just that. There's been another fairly big series that have got their last round tonight as well, which is but that's okay. We don't like
we're talking about, right?
Yeah, we don't like to clash with any of the big series if we can. We all like to work together a little bit. It's a pretty close-knit community the Australian sim racing community is, and it's good to we all work together a little bit so we don't really clash and go with times. This was just mainly a race because we got a lot of new drivers this year, and it just gives them a chance to get out here and see what the pace is really like. And if some people can make it, they can. If they can't, they can't. That's fine as well. And like we say, we try to work in with everybody.
This is Australian NASCAR on Highline. Bigglesteen Hopton, Nigel Siddell. Siddell is actually in that Nitro 69 John Deere Green machine right there outside the top 5. And all the while, it is now Trey Hare and Raymond side-by-side game for that lead. First 2-3 rows, door to door. Up the banking, 31 degrees now, down to the super stretch out of 2.
Yeah, there it is, down to the main straightaway. As you said, only a slight little elevation change on that one, with Luke up 11 places in the lead of this race of Matt Raymond. Josh Mickamore, always got family usually watching the races as well too. Brad Wright, Nigel's dropped up. Two people from your neck of the woods there as well, too, with
the United States, they got their butt out of bed like I did, didn't they?
And Brendan Buckhart, I think, as well, too. So that's
Keith
fantastic.
Hackney and Brandon Burkhart. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yep. And look at them, three wide, a big stack up of traffic working off the corner. Nigel, Dean, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of back in the day, the NASCAR Busch Clash, when you had 50 miles, 20 laps. Go at it, do what you got to do, and stay stacked up in a pack. And that's exactly what we're watching as these guys work their way down the back straightaway there, Nigel.
And it's been we've so many times, even last year, Wesley, as we can all remember, a lot of times 3 to 4 wide is the normal with super speedways. I remember one time at Talladega last year, we were 5 wide.
Sir.
For multiple laps there at a time, they stuck themselves in. So this is nothing unusual. A lot of people try to always say there should only be 2 lines, but 3 lines do work here, and it should be, I love it. I love when everyone goes 3 wide. It's good close racing. It means everyone's trying to put on a show for everyone watching at home on Highline.
Highline indeed. Glad you're joining us. And Dean, here comes now the Raymond machine. That's the red and yellow and black number 83 on the bottom. His Chevrolet now got company. Holding off right in the orange car. Raymond on the outside. Now on the inside, here comes now Mickamore. Last year's champion, season 1 champion. Mickamore for Nitro. Couple of Nitro teammates on the high side in those first 3 spots out of 4. Unbelievable.
Yeah, going to give themselves that name to the lap leaders list as well, too, as you can see. That's quite a few, considering we have a 14 grid field here this evening. You've got essentially almost every driver has at least led 1 lap. Brad Wright leading the most currently at the moment. This might start changing it around a little bit at the moment there, Wesley, as each driver wants to give it a go up front, see how it feels in clean air.
By the way, don't forget, the season officially starts for Australian NASCAR X Series and Trucks next Tuesday and Thursday night, February the 17th and the 19th at Daytona, right here where preseason is going on, presented by Nitro Racing. Remember, the trucks will be here for an exhibition as well as Xfinity tonight. Raymond leads down to the inside. Big stack up the traffic behind them. And Mickamore now. He's on the high side with Wright and company going at it. Nigel, you're stuck on the bottom as they make a push to the inside in 3.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck here on the bottom at the moment, but there is a gap there. I could take it up the inside and make it 3 wide under Brad Wright, but I think I might just stay where I am. I don't want to cause too much. There's a gap there, and if it was an official or, there was other circumstances, yes, I would take it, no doubt about it. But I think I might just stay here and play Switzerland.
Yeah.
Mickamore, by the way, up on the outside lane, and Nigel Dean says, I'm going to help Wright. No crybaby.
Yeah,
no crybabies.
That's what Nigel's been reading on the back there of whose car is that? The number 19 of Brad Wright's.
Brad Wright.
Yeah.
Actually, I haven't got trading paint on, so for me, his car is just orange.
Orange, right.
That's it. I got no writing.
Craig Michael Deacon chiming in, and he says LFG Grip Hackney. Whatever that means. Hello, thank you. I think he's referring to Keith Hackney, who right now is in that 4th position. Thank you, Craig. crickets in the chat box on Highline, though.
Yeah.
And Nigel, did y'all try to fix Facebook and you can't fix the name yet?
We are streaming to
Highside?
Facebook as well.
High Side?
Yeah.
But it's called High Side, though. Jason admitted it was on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
well,
know
think we
about
got-
errors on Facebook, Wealthy Outland and stuff, Outland Wealthy. So,
It happens. Nah, we'll fix it up. I think you got to wait a certain amount of time.
yeah, 60 days.
Yeah. We'll be ready by round 12. How about that?
Well, we got you covered on Highline and High Side on Facebook. It's Micklemore. Now, defending champion, obviously, or actually a season 1 champion. Right there on the high side with a big push there alongside.
Got nobody there. We've him to give him a push. So Matty will scoot back
And by
out
the
to
way,
lead.
laps are winding down here in stage 2, and they're
Oh.
fighting for it. I know stage points aren't on the line right now, Dean, but it looks like they're fighting for something here at the end with 1 to go in stage 2.
Yeah, it's just nice little preseason bragging rights, really, isn't it? Because once again, on the 17th, in a week from now, we're going to have the real deal for the first race of the season. So if you feel very confident going into this one and you know that you can really give it to these other drivers around you this evening, that's going to be a good dress rehearsal, I'd say, for the main show. And working in theater there, Wesley, we do a lot of rehearsals before we do a main show so that we can get it right. Oh!
Whoa, hold on. Dean always refers to our broadcast as theater, right? We're entertainers, because here they come down to the line. Here they come, working the end of stage number 2. Caution is out. Give Raymond stage number 2. So a couple of short 20-lap sprints, 50 miles each. They're done. 100 miles are gone. Now, Nigel, 40 laps remaining. That's 100 miles. Now you get ready to set them up here for the big push to the finish of this race. Actually, 60 laps. 60 laps to go. 150 miles remain, and that's in stage 3, which starts when we go back to green.
And that's the thing there, as you saw everyone come to the line. There was I was just getting a bit of race radio there. You could see the standard of the driving in the field. Like, that was pretty intense going to the line there, 3-4 wide, but everyone seems to make it through. So, good stuff. Good things ahead. Just hang on, guys. Just got to sort something out.
What a solid run right there. Well, no, Nigel, we'll let you step away. Dean, obviously, the last couple of stages have been caution-free.
Yep.
From green to caution. Yeah, the green and white checkers are out there. Stage wins, obviously. I know they're not going to get points or anything, but obviously it's a great way for the drivers that are here tonight for preseason to get acclimated, to get acquainted on the new format, because remember, in the past, they might have ran 20, 30 laps, and then the caution would come out 2 stages. Now, just like real NASCAR does, and I know that's one thing that Jason and Nigel want to do, is to make the Australian NASCAR E-Series be like what, NASCAR is like in real life. And one of those things has been, obviously, doing away with the playoffs, having a chase format. That's going to be here this year. And secondly, 3 stages. And so far, the racing has been very exciting as we see these guys boxing on pit road again.
This absolutely, I'm looking forward to it there, Wesley. This format, as you'd mentioned, this is a view from our booth up there. That goes to show you how far away we are, aren't we?
Hello.
This is how big Daytona is. I mean, that's the pit lane. They look like ants down there.
And they look like little micro machines all the way on the back straightaway. But that is really, honestly, I've been inside the announcer booth at Daytona, and that is what it really looks like from the press box at the World Center of Racing. Luke Trehair will now come off of pit road, a new member. Yeah. Trehair there. Look at that. Fuel only if the stats are correctly. And what a jump for the 13. Matt Raymond, Josh Micklemore. Nigel, did you take 4 tires this time?
I did.
Yep. Good.
There you go. That's right. There you go. By the way, Jason Holdsworth is back in 6th. He took 4 tires a moment ago, Dean, as well.
Yeah. So it was a 7-second, just shy of an 8-second pit stop for Luke. So it's definitely not taking tires with that. That's a fuel only. And a just shy of a 9-second pit stop for Brian Blundell. But everybody else took a 14, 15 second, 16-second pit stop. So that's definitely some of them. With Brandon Burkhart as well, took 31 seconds, so he might have chipped out a little bit of repairs on that one as well, Wesley, but he's currently in 13th, just off that last pit stop info thing. Are we, Nige, chatting to any drivers from the stage wins at all tonight? I don't know if there are even any chats.
No, I haven't got that far yet.
Right.
You can interview me.
Yeah.
So Nigel, fireworks about to begin for the third and final stage. What do you think, buddy? And what's your take of the first 40 laps?
Pretty intense out there, I must admit. You got to hold your line. If you're not going to hold your line, you're going to get gobbled up pretty quick. I'm going to at this restart. I'm going to go just pull off the track and go to the back. So
How come?
I can chill out a little bit.
Why do you want to do
and
that
I
for,
can talk
Nigel?
to you guys as well.
Oh, right. So you can,
Pulling out a line?
I'll pull out a line, go to the back, and then make my way to the front.
he's got a chicken
How
foot,
about that?
Wesley. Chicken
No,
foot.
he's got he's going to make
Chicken
a
lift.
challenge out of it, is what he said.
Yeah.
I think maybe he realizes he wants to, pull out a line and make a push there for the end. Remember, this is the longest run of the race. You've got under 60 laps to go. If you want to be honest now, coming to the line, there will be 57 laps remaining when they come back to the restart zone. This is the Australian NASCAR X Series. Now, Nigel, I got to ask you, O'Reilly's the new sponsor of the Xfinity Now O'Reilly Series. Are we going to change this to the O Series?
Oh,
No.
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 I like the X series.
We're keeping it
X.
tradition.
It's X. We're not changing it.
I think some things you gotta like. You gotta be a bit traditional about some things and legacies and all the rest of it. And it was the X series when we first started, and it was like
What you call it? The Winston
it
Cup.
was discussed. It was discussed, but we thought it was decided. No, we'll stick with X series.
Me and Dean discussed this before we came live on the air, so we got our
Yeah,
answer now,
we do.
Dean. There you go.
So, Nigel, what I suggest here is get the front right and just slap it into the side of that number 8 right next to you there. And
No, I don't want to do that. I'm
And
still
turn
haunted
Jason
by-
around.
We done an official about 18 months ago and we was racing. I think it was Texas. I was coming off a 2, and I smacked the wall and I smacked into Jason and took both of us out in an official. So I think he owes me. I don't owe him.
There you go. Well, let's set up the new restart lineup for you as we'll get ready for a restart. Luke Trehair, one of our new drivers, up 11 spots to the lead. Matt Raymond on the outside. It's Toyota and a Chevrolet on row 1. Chevrolet Toyota, row 2 with Josh Mickelmore as well as Brad Wright. Nigel Sedell, he says he's going to fall back. We'll see if it's all lies or if it's truth. And Jason Holdsworth, his boss, they're the bosses of Australian NASCAR. Look at this. Here we go back to green. Australian NASCAR X Series back underway here in Daytona. 57 laps to go. Here's the push to the checkered flag as the final stage scene is underway.
yeah, you'd imagine Pep barring a caution, they should be able to go, Wesley, at least 40 laps. That's what we heard from Nigel. So, of course, there's 100 laps in this last stage, so they're not going to make it to the end. They're going to have to do perhaps some green flag pit stopping around here in a super speedway. You know that for a fact there, Wesley,
Sure.
that you got to find a dancing partner. Otherwise, you're going to get left for dead out there if you go pit all alone.
I'm thinking, Nigel, or I'm thinking, Dean, probably about 20 to 25 laps to go. 25 to 20 laps to go, actually, is when we'll start to see green flag pit stop. Unless we get a caution. Here comes the leader. It's Josh Mickelmore, the inaugural series champion of the Australian NASCAR X Series. Back out in front for Nitro. Up high comes Raymond. Down low comes Wright. And all this goes on with now Joshua Holdsworth in the mix on the outside lane. Right up on the back. Dead center of the 83 of Raymond on the outside out of 2. And he's coming up front, Dean.
Yeah, you get that nice push. There's Nigel in the background going inside the double lines, as he mentioned. Here comes a big push there from Jason. He's going to elect to go up the outside now. Will the 900 follow him or the 83? He's not quite sure yet. Still making a decision there. He will give the boss man, Jason Holdsworth, a bit of a push here. So that will help him nudge his way to the first time for the lead of this race, and he adds himself to the lap leaders leaderboard.
Nobody said Nigel couldn't get something going, but he has already gone to the back. So he was true on his word. And he's done just that. Out of harm's way. Holdsworth now. Jason leading here in Daytona. He had a solid top three in the 500, and now he's out of line.
Yeah,
Below the double yellow line is Holdsworth. He might be following Nigel. Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
Nigel and Jason going to the back, and Mickelmore back to the lead. Here comes Siobhan McKernan now on the bottom in the 900 to the lead for the Red Bull car.
Yep, Siobhan at the moment, that 900 down the inside. Mickelmore up on the outside. Mickelmore's well aware of leading races before and winning races. He's also got one of the highest I ratings official, so he does a lot of official races, and he's got a 5K I rating. And as well as Keith Hackley, he's got a 5K I rating as well. It's all kind of a mix all over the place, but remember, I ratings are only based on your official races that you do, Wesley. You can get out there and do quicker lap times than anybody else and have a lower I rating. That's just determined on that.
Is there a strategy, Nigel, that we didn't know about between you and Jason Holdsworth? Did he decide to go with you and go to the back? What's going on?
I'm not sure. No, I just pulled out because I don't want to wreck anybody. It's I'm only really here to make up a few numbers. I was hoping to be in the booth with you tonight, but I'm not sure what's going on there. He'll catch up. No, there's no strategy with this between us two at all. I thought I'd stay down here and give him a little bit of draft so he doesn't lose the pack. Whoa! Who's the Red Bull car? Whoa,
hang on, that's McKiernan.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Siobhan McKiernan there.
Oh, he's from my neck of the woods. He's just down about an hour and a half drive from me in the Gold Coast, Australia, in Queensland.
Siobhan McKiernan, one of the new guys from Gold Coast on the bottom. And that Red Bull 900 going to hook up, well, after being really wicked loose. Now catches up to Raymond.
Could this potentially be a green flag? I don't know if it would be a first, would it? On Highline to have a full green flag race, barring the stage breaks, but caution-free race.
I think for a super speedway, Dean, I can remember we done 90 laps at Talladega, and we didn't go green. I reckon we went yellow with about 3 to go, and we had a full field of 42 cars in the early days.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but it's to tell those NASCAR guys that, Wesley, because they can't seem to do that too much.
Hey, I'm loving it. I'm loving this. I'm happy, right?
What are you, sponsored by McDonald's?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Here they come across the stripe. Raymond in that Chevrolet holding off. McKiernan on the bottom. Up top side is Josh Mickelmore. But I'll tell you what, Nigel, I'm seeing a lot of Nitro cars on the lineup this year. What a resurgence for Nitro. And by the way, our broadcast coverage on Highline presented by Nitro as well.
Well, there's a lot of cars having a run tonight. Keith Hackney, he also got Brendan Burkhardt having a run tonight. Happy all in preparation for RTP, I'm imagining, which starts tomorrow. They'll be doing a bit of practice as well, but let's Josh Mickelmore, he won the championship in season 1 last year. Whoa! Sorry, guys. And then also, too, the resurgence of Dave Douglas. I think he's in for a big season this year. He really struggled early on last season, and in season 1 he was really struggling with the results. But I reckon Dave's in for a good season this year. He had some really good results at the end of last year. A lot of top 5s, a lot of top 10s. So I think there's going to be something special out of that 10 car this year.
Yeah, it should be a fun one indeed. Down that back straightaway. Here they come again, working into that third turn. That's all the while. It is now Dave Douglas getting the chance to go back in front there, Dean. And that's, again, one of those Nitro cars. Nitro working with Mickelmore, Douglas, and now Raymond on the bottom with help from McKiernan on the inside of the Red Bull car, right in the orange car, and the 13 of Luke Trehair on the inside. Trehair there pushing them. And all the while, a lot of pushing going on with 2-car tandem steam back into turn 1.
50 to go too, Wesley. So we're going to see how far they're going to be able to stretch this one. 49 to go now. But we're expecting probably, when you get down to about, 25 to go, somewhere around that line, so they're going to have to come down, otherwise they're going to run out of gas.
All the while, again, 125 miles remaining as we just passed the halfway mark of this race. Australian NASCAR X Series. This is preseason exhibition. Front will be on Thursday. The new season fires up next Tuesday night, right here from Daytona.
Oh, that's contact.
They're crashing. Trouble. Brian Blundell, the pole car. Emma Blundell crashed. Gray hair on the binders. Caution out. An accident in the tri-oval. My, oh my. We knew it was going to happen.
There's 3 wide in the background there.
Bumping, drafting, side drafting.
Oh.
Bad air. Contact. Blundell into Trey Hare. Slammed into the back by the 69 of night. Wow. 2 69s are on the racetrack. I think Michael Skurlock was the other one, I believe. Nigel Sedale was not caught up in that. And here's a look at it again. Wow. Caution out. Multi-car accident. Nigel, you okay?
Yeah. No damage at all. Went flying through the grass. I'm perfectly fine.
Watch this again.
Yeah, 86 into the 13, isn't it? And then there's your rebound effect.
And then there's another car, and I believe that is the there's another car that I want to say it's Brandon Burkhart. I think it is. His number does not match what the scoring ticker is. I want to say it's number 9, Brandon Burkhart. But it's not him either. It's the other. It's whoever that Nitro car is that's a 69, but it's not Nigel Sedale. It's someone else.
That's Keith Hackney, I think.
There you go. So Keith Hackney, number 6. He's actually number 69, and there you see it again. There it is. So now we're all caught up. Thank you, Nigel. And what a way for you and Jason to go off-road in the grass to miss everything.
I went and done a grass sample just to make sure if it was all right.
What's wrong with that, man? There you go.
It has to be a pit stop, doesn't it, for everybody? Because you got to take this opportunity because they're going to come down anyway in a matter of 10, 20 laps from now. So it's basically a free pit stop. Is that going to be enough to go to the end now? Could you fuel it up to go to the end?
Nigel, could you push it till the end? 47 laps to go now?
Well, I'm going to go back down pit road now and put a little bit more back in.
I would if I was you.
Maybe enough.
I mean,
there you go.
You can see the drivers currently at the moment there. So only Raymond took 4 tires, at least in the top 6. The rest of them taking fuel. Looks like Michael took some tires as well too. Dave Douglas would have taken some repairs maybe as well, or a slow pit stop. It's 26 seconds. So, and then we've still got a few drivers in pit road currently at the moment. They're drivers with repairs because they were involved in that incident before. Timo Blundell, Keith, Hackney, Brian Blundell was also in that one for the 86 there, and Luke as well. So they're going to be chipping out some repairs. No fast repairs in the series, so no get out of free jail card or cheat codes.
Time on the clock, as you call it. The wrench turning to get those cars fixed, as you mentioned. Yeah. Hey, Nigel, back to you, buddy. You're in the car, you and Jason in the back. You see that wreck happen in front of you. What's the instinct to obviously drop to the inside like you did on the grass where you did so quickly?
I just saw a little bit of smoke happen out in front. It was just a matter of, I think there's a crash, and I saw it happen. I thought, you either go one way or you go the other, so it's just a matter of instinct, really. And I saw that they were going high, so I just sent it straight through the grass. That's the beauty of Daytona, isn't it? You can take that runoff area. It's the safest place to go, generally, most of the time, you'd have to say there, Nigel. A few drivers are taking that what we spoke about. Maybe they're listening to the broadcast. They're going to a final top-up at the moment. Mick Moore, Holdsworth, yourself there, and Dave Douglas. So I think they're doing the same strategy as you are, mate, just getting enough in there to probably stretch it straight to the end of this race, pending, of course, no more cautions. Could be a good strategy call here. Well, you're not going to lose too much track position. That's the key to it all here. And if you really, what's the worst case scenario? You might drop back to 10th position, 11th position. So you're not out of the picture. You can just send your cars 3 wide if there's a pack of them. To be honest, I haven't spoken to any of Jason or Dave or anyone about their pit strategies tonight. I've just pretty much come from work straight onto my sim I spoke to Jace for about 2 or 3 minutes to make sure everything was okay, and then my power went out, and then my power and
Yeah,
that
why aren't you
flicked
running
back
on
and
solar, Nigel? You've got all the farming
Yeah.
area to put up 10,000 solar panels and batteries. You can power your whole place for. You should be off the grid.
Nah, if I was gonna go, I think I'd go diesel generators.
Oh, okay.
But we got enough power for me. We got enough power for me.
Why diesel generators?
Diesel's
More
cheaper.
reliable.
And
More reliable. Hey,
Yeah.
so even the solar could be a problem.
No. Well,
yeah,
if you get rainy days in a row, yeah, you get 3 or 4 rainy
Gotcha.
days.
Gotcha.
then
We
that's
don't
when it
get a lot
hurts.
of sun here where we are.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't get a lot of sunlight, sunshine, then, yeah, solars. You don't get to charge.
So
the
even though
batteries
it's
too much.
summertime over there, it could rain multiple days or be cloudy. Basically, is what you're saying.
We've had quite a bit of rain.
It's really hot here in summer, but then during winter it gets really cold and dark and gloomy, and so
Gotcha.
like it does in the
our
States.
hot summer days would be 40 degrees. So what would that be for you guys? 120.
Yeah, I guess something like that.
Wesley's
Back
brother
in green.
lives in a hot part of Australia anyway, out there, and
He does. He's
Yeah.
telling me it's hot as molasses down there right now.
You have to, next time you speak to him, Wesley, ask him about chicken salt.
oh,
Chicken
yeah.
salt?
Chicken salt, yeah.
Chicken salt.
You know, he's probably awake. I'll probably message him right now
Yeah.
if you want me to.
Yeah.
Chicken salt.
Say, tell him, ask him how the
You
chicken
need to-
salt
you-
is. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to get chicken salt on your fries, Wesley.
Yeah, on your fries,
If-
mate. You get
if-
fish and chips and stuff
if-
like that. You get chicken salt on your fries. It's a
Chicken
strange.
fry and cold beer on a Friday night. There you go. Back underway as we are in the final stage under. Closing in on 100 miles remaining, just after halfway. Brad right now back in front as the leaders being worked their way again out of the corner out of turn 4.
Gonna be a big
That's the
stretch.
thing, Wesley. If you watched the Super Bowl the other day, they interviewed one of the Australian players. They said, "What are you going to do?" Now he's going to go have a chicken palmy and some chicken salt on his fries.
Yeah, I didn't really find myself watching the Super Bowl. I just wasn't interested. I thought it was the worst Super Bowl in history the other night. I really did.
Well, I haven't gotten over the Bills not being in it. My Bills were my favourite team, and I'm still, yeah.
You know what the bill stands for, right?
No,
Boy, I love losing Super Bowl.
that doesn't surprise me because my AFL team is St Kilda, and we haven't only won one premiership.
Oh,
That's because you're not from Queensland, mate. That's where we always win.
oh boy. I love it. And this is just the start of the season. This is preseason. See, everybody, if you're listening or you're watching, we're just all getting acclimated with each other again as well. Because we haven't really worked together. Well, we did the E500. We did the race Daytona 500 on Saturday. But we haven't really worked together since November. I don't know why. Except for me and Dean. I feel like I can't get away from this guy. At least 3 or 4 nights a week we work with each other. Love Dean. Love him to death. Big old Shane Hopkins on production. Heading on Teller tonight with Nigel Siddell, driver analyst. By the way, Nigel is still hanging in the back. Well, he's back in 10th right now.
Yeah, don't want to lose the drive here, oh man, I got to save some fuel.
Oh, you can't do 42.
But you don't want to lose that draft, right? Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right. You don't want to lose that draft there. That's a great strategy, Dean, as he just mentioned. So he's got to stay within the pack.
He does. He needs to stay just within. Currently, at the moment, he's falling back a little bit. There's somebody going out of line. That's Stan Snaggin.
Oh, I think that's Snadden.
Snadden,
There you go,
yeah.
Dean. No, Snadden. Oh, no.
Well, I think he might be deliberately doing this, Wesley, as well. He might actually be dropping back to do some fuel saving. That's a possibility. Come back with these guys, with the likes of Nige, Mickamore, and Keith. So that'll be very interesting on that one. Remember those drivers?
I think you're exactly right. He
Headed-
took that with him here.
1 lap later, a lot of them. So that might just be enough of that fuel to get it done. You can still see those drivers too with the repairs that are up there as well.
Very tight on fuel.
Very tight on fuel. That's what you're hearing. Very tight.
Copy.
Yeah.
Got very tight on fuel.
So it's
very
going to be
tight on fuel.
close. You're saving. So you're saving. What are you about, a lap or two shy or over, under maybe?
I reckon I'm a lap short.
Wow. Now, Nigel, caution comes out.
Yeah.
You save a little bit, right? This is only if you
Yeah.
stay under full speed.
Yes. Yeah. But I probably won't have enough for green white check.
I was going to say, if we have green white checkers, you're in big trouble. You're going to have to come down. But then again, I'd imagine most of the field will come down anyway. Because remember, you box one lap after a lot of these drivers anyway, so you only got a little bit more on the tank than they did. They wouldn't risk it for the biscuit too much, I think. Unless you're somebody maybe running last or something, you go, why not? I'll see if I can jump up the front and just hold the field for 3 laps. Done. Win the race.
Yeah. So for everyone watching at home, I'm about a lap short. So we'll see how this plays out in the next 20 to 30 laps. I think this is going to go green, to be honest. That's my take of it. I think we'll have a green flag run in the end. I could be wrong.
I think we're going to stay green. You think that?
I think that 100%.
I think if we don't see 3 wide action, yeah. But then again, once you get that 10 to go, mate, you're going to get three. You're going to get some drivers going for 3 wide. They want to win Daytona, so that's when you're going to drastically increase your chances of a caution coming out.
See what happened. This, by the way, is the Australian NASCAR X Series preseason special from the virtual iRacing Daytona International Speedway. You're watching on Highline, along with the course driver, analyst, and color man Nigel Siddell. Eaglestein Hopkins on production and color. I'm Wesley Outland. And don't forget, we're back again with you with the trucks on Thursday. Should be a big field of trucks, but even for these 15 cars here, Dean, they have still put on some phenomenal racing as we approach the final 100 miles of this preseason race.
No, it's been absolutely fantastic driving across the board there. So I hope this is a benchmark that's going to be set for the rest of the season. Of course, there'll be a lot more drivers come out when we start pursuing through the calendar. But at the moment, these new drivers that just joined the series, I think they should be pretty happy with the way everybody's driving, and they're getting used to them as well too, Wesley, because you don't know when you're jumping into a new league with a whole bunch of drivers around you've never raced before. You don't know how everything's at, so you get a feel for them. A lot of the drivers that are veterans, they've been driving, they know each other, they know the kind of moves that they do, they know how they run, how they work together. It's not easy when you're new coming in here trying to figure all that out. So this is, as I said,
You're exactly right.
Pre-season test is a great way for them to learn.
No, you're exactly right. As again, we thank you all for watching wherever you are, mates and mates, Aussie world. This it's kind of quiet tonight. Crickets in the chat box.
Yeah.
But thank you though. Thank you though for watching wherever you are. Keeping up with the action. This is just preseason. The big show starts next week, Tuesday and Thursday. And on behalf of Jason Holdsworth, Nigel Siddell, you're invited cordially for the Australian NASCAR X Series and the Australian NASCAR Truck Series on Tuesday and Thursday night, 8 p.m. Australian Standard Time on Highline. Up on the high side, click, click, click. Here comes Wright and Skurlock and Raymond. They battle. And look at Trey Hare now, Nigel, right back in the mix. And here comes Siddell back up on the outside. I see you.
He's hanging in there.
I'm just trying to save fuel here at the moment. Just saving, trying to save. That's all I'm trying to do at the moment. Not going too hard at the moment. Just play it safe for a minute, I'd say.
They're getting loose at the front, mate, so you might want to be sitting back just a little bit because if there's a wreck coming, you might have just enough time to react. If I was you there, I would stay on the inside apron there. I'm going to race engineer you at the moment there, Nigel. I'd stay on the inside, on the inside and get ready to jump in the infield if it all goes pole-shaped up the road.
That was phenomenal. Keep an eye on Nigel Siddell. Is it time to go, Nigel, or are you just trying to stay with the fact that you can conserve fuel a little bit, right?
I'm just trying to save as much fuel as I can, but we need to save another lap.
He can't go yet, Wes. Yeah, he's just got to try to stick with the main pack, I think.
Nigel, how different are these cars compared to the next-gen Cup cars that we saw last Saturday night in the Daytona 500 special here?
These move around a lot more than the Cup car. I personally don't like driving the Cup car, I'll be honest. Yeah,
You're not the only
these
one.
things fly around. Yeah, these things these things do fly around a lot more than the Cup car, but always brings out the best racing as well. So yeah, it's always good to get in the next gen car sometimes. But yeah, I prefer the I call it the B car more than anything else. But we all have our preferences though. There's a lot of people that love the riding the Cup car. Yeah, not for me.
Nigel, you know, it surprises me. Team, we talk about it as well on our American leagues that we broadcast, and people say the same thing. They just do not like the next gen Cup cars. They don't.
Yeah, it's quite interesting in iRacing. It was the same thing too with the different classes. They introduced the Formula One car. It was a replica of one of the Mercedes, and just the one manufacturer, but it was very, very, very difficult to drive. And I remember doing a season with a league, and they had probably about 16 drivers. It's about as much as I could fill, and just couldn't get any more drivers in it. And it was just very, very difficult to drive. And that was the pinnacle. I'm supposed to be the fastest, cars that you can possibly drive in iRacing, but no, nobody really liked them. So they've gone back to other series.
Cup.
Yep.
We had a Cup Series not last year, the year before. We held a Cup Series, and unfortunately there just wasn't the interest for the Cup car. So we decided to end that season early. I think by the end it was only down to 6 or 7 cars. There just wasn't the interest for it there, so we just stick to the X Series on Tuesdays and trucks on Thursdays, and they're the most popular ones, and everyone seems to get behind, so we will stick to them.
Yeah, we got to go for that.
Whatever you decide, right?
It's like, believe it or not, the radical cars are a fun little car to learn, and it's also great for a lot of beginners as well too that want to get into league racing. There's a lot of those radical series league races, and that's just they're a lot slower than these cars and stuff like that. A lot different than other open wheel cars and stuff like that as well too. But people love the radicals. I'm not quite sure if they're even free with fire racing as well, but. Yeah, I mean, that's a good. That's also
what
a
are
great
the radicals? What is the radicals?
It's a little Mazda car.
Okay, so you mean like the MX-5 Cup or something like that?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think the radicals are the Mazda. I can't remember what they are, but it's something like that. There's also the Mazda cars and stuff like that too. But there's a lot of little feeder series like that, and you even get a lot of expert drivers who get in those series. And yep, they have a lot. I have a ball with them, and they're all pretty evenly paced in it, and it makes for great entertaining racing across the board. It just depends. Some cars, as I said, like some the Formula One cars and stuff like that in iRacing, which just beasts to drive. People not interested in it. If you can't fill a league with a whole bunch of drivers, well, it's not very entertaining, is it, for the audience? And it's not so fun for the drivers.
And remember, this is the X Series, and this is an exhibition. So there will be a lot more drivers, obviously, Nigel and Dean, that'll be a part of the big show. Not only for the truck again on Thursday night for the exhibition race we'll have for you, but in addition to that, also when the season begins. And you've already hit it on that, right, Nigel? Charters are gone. I think you said there's 36 charters, still 4 spots up for grabs for the regular truck and Xfinity cars next Tuesday night. So we're going to be in for a heck of a season for sure.
Well, 36 charters sold out within days. They were snapped up pretty quickly. I think 90% of the charters was 90% of the charges were charges. 90% of the charters were taken within 12 hours. Everyone wants to be involved. Next week for Daytona, I'm expecting a full field of 36 cars and charters. What's going on here?
900 going around.
My goodness, McKiernan crashing right around. So is Snatted. Trey Hare in the mix. Holdsworth called up in it as well. Blundell involved. A massive crash in turn number 3. Yellow flag out for the 4th time. Second for an on-track accident. Here's a replay. Hold that thought, Nigel.
He just beats to the left. Yeah.
Is that Douglas? Douglas and
there.
Oh boy. Siobhan McKiernan, look at this again. Siobhan
He's trying to, but isn't it? It's just basically the car's just off out of control at that point.
And he's fighting the car. Siobhan McKiernan bouncing off of Douglas, then into right. McKiernan into the safer barrier, up in the air. Bicycles off of Diego Dane Snadden. And then down below, Blundell. No, Nigel Siddell. You did get a piece of it with Blundell, the other Blundell name.
Yeah, I think I might have kept him straight.
No.
Yeah. That's
Then
the
other
track
guys
blocker.
like Trey Hare, Jason Holdsworth got into Trey Hare. Caution out. Hackney, Wright, McKiernan already on pit road there, Dane. Oh my goodness, Dane. This is the big one, I guess, so far in the race.
Well, it was a track blocker, which is the reason why I also said get down to the grass as quickly as possible as you can, because as you see up here, nowhere to go. This is on board there. He gets tapped. That's Keith. But Keith, I think, manages to keep it straight, but there's a lot of damage, and you can see on the front of that car as well.
I wonder how much damage his car is driving through the grass. I was going to say, Dean, I was saying, my goodness, for Dane. Dane had a good run going for him. Dane had it. Watch this again. Look up ahead.
Yeah, there's Dane.
On board with Micklemore.
Bang.
Wow.
It's easier said than done.
Can we say that that's the for the exhibition race, Nigel Siddell, that's the big one? And everybody's coming down pit road, by the way.
Yep, everyone's down. There's no more fuel saving now.
Yeah, this is the push for the finish right here, obviously. On board.
Bang.
San Diego added. Look at that. Get into Siobhan McKiernan. My goodness. Brian Blundell, Jason Holdsworth.
This is the money stop, Wes.
Yeah.
You got to get out quickly here if you can, but a lot of these drivers have a bit of damage, so you won't see everybody coming out.
You just stole the words I was going to say as the play-by-play, man. These guys have damage. Some of these guys are. So not only is this the money stop, guys are going to have to take time with the DVP to take time to fix these cars before they get back out there again as well.
Yep. Only 4 drivers, including Nigel, are out on the track currently at the moment. So everybody else is in pit road fixing the damage. Yeah.
So you hang back in the winner, you stay up there with under 30 to go.
I got no damage. I can't believe it.
How did you get lucky? I love it.
I don't know.
No damage on Nigel Siddell's car. Unbelievable. I thought you were going to have at least something from where number 4, Timo Blundell, got into you.
Well, I thought so too, because I'll be honest, I was a little bit slow on the brake pedal, so I am surprised there's no damage. But
did you take tyres and fuel then too, Nige?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Figured that.
Yep. I forgot to turn my tyres off.
But Michael in the lead of this race didn't take tyres, only fuel. Looks like Matt Raymond might have taken just 2 tyres. That or a little bit longer for a regular fuel pit stop. So that's interesting. And then Dave Douglas, looks like he took tyres. Timo Blundell is out and should catch up, and Brian Blundell. But the rest of the field are still getting those repairs chipped out at the moment there. Micklemore, Holdsworth, Luke, Dan Snaden.
I was going to say, Dean, Brian Blundell just left pit road as well. Jason Holdsworth is on pit exit. Luke Trahare as well. Josh Micklemore, Keith Hackney, Brad Wright. Siobhan McKiernan back on pit lane again. Now he's back out on track, and they're getting the one to go. There it is. Wrench Wranglers is what we call it for the V8 DVP clock. Damaged vehicle policy, time to get those cars fixed. And remember, Nigel, and you'll say this as well, no fast repair in this series, correct? Even if it's an exhibition, no fast repair.
Nope. No fast repairs at all. No, there's no need for them. These guys are the best going around, so it also keeps the racing a little bit cleaner as well. If you have no fast repairs, people don't usually try to send it in. They try to look after their cars a little bit more. It's an unfortunate accident just there. As we are going to go green this time by. I'm going to be up along behind Matty Ray. I've got Dave Douglas to my side.
Yep.
Set up for the restart. Yes, sir. Let's light this up. See what goes on, mates and mateys.
So, Nigel, you can win this now. All right.
He can.
He can win it.
He's up in the hunt.
We've got Michael Sherlock too. He's his first start in the series in the 350. We welcome Sherlock. Sherlock, is it? Sherlock to the series.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Skurlock right there. Michael Skurlock from Perth.
I love
got
his
the Fu Manchu
chopper.
going on, Dean. Yeah,
That's
got the Fu Manchu, the chopper. Did you say the chopper?
Yeah, Chopper. There's a famous outlaw in Australia we're called Chopper Reed, and that's the mustache that he has on it for.
Yeah, it looks like what the guy from OCC had, the Tuttle family from Orange County Choppers. If you know.
Have you found out about chicken salt yet, Wesley?
Yeah.
Chicken salt?
Yeah.
I messaged my brother. He ain't responded yet. He should be awake right now.
Yeah, should be. About 9:30.
So I messaged him. I said, Joshua, my brother, tell me about chicken salt. And he hasn't responded yet. Back to green, though. I mean, I love chicken. So it's got to be something good.
He's probably like, Wesley, have you taken up drinking? What's going on?
Chicken salt.
Chicken salt.
All right.
Yep. You'll love it, Wesley.
Can you get it in America, Nigel? Can you mail me some if the tariffs weren't so expensive?
Well, you can make it.
I think you can buy it on eBay for $30.
Yeah. It's not hard to make, too.
$30 for chicken salt?
Yeah. Just look up how to make it, mate. It'd be probably some chicken seasoning and add some salt together with it. It wouldn't be that hard. Yeah.
You know what, Joshua, you're not helping me. I'm just going to Google it. What is chicken salt?
We got a message out there too from one of the drivers.
Chicken salt is a savory yellow-colored seasoning blend, iconic in Australia for toppings, hot chips, French fries, and fried chicken. Originally created in 1970 for rotisserie chicken, it then became a hot seller. It typically consists of salt, chicken bouillon powder, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and often celery salt or MSG for a strong, demanding flavor. All right, is that right, Nigel? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that is. That's what it is.
And you love it?
Every Australian loves it.
Every Australian loves it.
I don't know an Australian that doesn't have chicken salt.
There you go.
So Jason's next to you at the moment, my friend. He's going to tuck in behind you at the moment, not electing to go too wide just yet. No need to go. We have a message out there. So is it Sovian? Sobian? You can let us know if we're pronouncing your name correctly. He said he tried to save it, but he was unable to. Good luck to the rest of us. And that was, that was the 900.
Shawan. Yeah, Shawan McKiernan is, according to Google, it's how you say it, Shawan.
Let us know if it's correct out there, if Wes is getting it right, mate.
Am I getting it right? Shawan McKiernan says, I tried to save, but was unable to. Good luck to the rest. And Bowen says, I don't like chicken salt. You aren't Australian.
If you don't, if you don't
America,
like,
Bowen,
he said, if you
America.
don't like,
yeah,
he hasn't.
Don't pick on me.
He hasn't tried it yet.
Come on.
Oh, look at this. They're working together now, Wes. Holdsworth and Nigel.
Siddell's right up in the mix. He's got his chicken salt.
He's got his chicken salt partner of Jason Holdsworth. I wonder if Jason can get it over there in the Philippines because he's living over there. He's probably getting imported if he can.
I think he buys a bulk pack when he goes home.
Yeah.
And look at Holdsworth hooked right to the back dead center of Nigel Siddell's car. And look at them push to the front under 25 to go. By the way, thank you, Siobhan. And I did say it right, Dean. It is Siobhan. Yeah. Siobhan McKiernan. Looking to have you run the Red Bull car with the Australian NASCAR Series this year. Thank you.
Yeah.
X next week for the Real Points.
Good pace tonight from
preseason third. They're on Thursday.
Siobhan, yeah, good pace, mate. Looking forward to seeing your race out there. Yep. Racing incidents, it's okay. Thanks for tuning in and letting us know about that one. You certainly would have been right up there with a shot to win this one for the 900.
Now, Skurlock in the lead. That's a Toyota, but look at this outside lane, and Nigel Siddell is pushing. Holdsworth has got him. Look at this. He says, follow me. Team Highline on the Highline part of the punch.
It's a nitro push, mate. They've engaged the nitro boost between the nitro teammates.
I thought it was nitro. That damn deer looks like an L. It's the nitro.
Oh, but now somebody's jumped up ahead of them. So there you go. The door's been shut on Nige. You said you wanted one more car, mate. You got it. Matt Raymond's answered the call.
Well, I could have swore I thought that car said Nitro. I'm sorry. It's Nitro. That deer looked like an ale. My apologies.
That's our sponsor as well, too. Don't forget, at the bottom there, that's Jason Holdsworth
Nitro
doing
Racing.
burnouts.
Thank you guys for all of your setups, man. Oval setups, road courses, you name it. Oval setups, Cup, Truck, Xfinity, Nitro, and John Deere Green. Push up. There goes Nitro on the high side. Raymond leading them again out of turn 4. Closing in on 20 to go. Dean, 50 miles left in this one in Daytona.
Yeah, this is when you're going to get that two-wide action happening, and that's exactly what they're doing. So 3x3x3 is the situation there, Wesley. 2 rows, or columns per se, of the 3 cars.
And then there were 6.
Yep.
Half a dozen in it to win it with Skurlock now on the bottom. Nigel, you now in the middle of that outside lane with Raymond in front of you, Holdsworth behind you. What do? You just push the air to the front? What's going on?
Just trying to push the 83 as far as I can. See if I can get Chase up behind me. See if we can clear these cars on the inside. That's the plan. Well, that's been my plan anyway. I'm not sure what Jason and them are up to.
Have you whatever thought about this one, my friend? See the middle there? There's enough gap in the middle. What if you just jump down the middle? Would Jason follow you and give you a push? Like in the middle, make it 3 wide?
I think he would. Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
He would.
I think in the dying stages of this race there, Wesley, I think that's what they might do, because if they leave that door open in the middle lane there and Jace gives a nice push to Nigel, and you've got that line coming up pretty quickly, the checkered flag with Barney, you might have enough to get a race win.
So there is a company in the United States called Kinder's, and they say that they have an American version of the Australian chicken salt.
All right.
Nah, wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah.
So don't get it. Often imitated, never duplicated, right?
Yeah, there's only one brand you get.
Okay. Is that Milani?
Yep.
All right.
Damn, I feel like some chicken salt now.
I can't even order it in America, I don't think. I don't know.
I'm sure you'll be able to find it.
I think you can.
Try it on Amazon or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, it's Matani. I think I said Milani. I'm sorry. Matani. Chicken salt. Boy, you're going to make me crave that, man. Here we go. Back straight away. Here comes Skurlock, by the way. Inside Toyota Supra on the bottom. But now Nitro and a push. Here comes Raymond. Nigel Sedale. Jason Holdsworth. Clear a path. Look at these guys, though, Dean. Side by side. Stride for stride. Door to door. Coming to the line to 17 to go in Daytona. 14 cars started it. 6 now battling for the win here in preseason. And it looks like they're fighting for the 500.
I just wonder if any tyres are going to come into play on this one a little bit, with Michael probably on the disadvantage there. Not changing tyres in that last pit stop. 2 tyres and 4 tyres there between the rest of them. They all took the field there, so no problems in going to the end on this one. They'll be foot flat to the floor there, Wesley, but just interesting to see how that situation's going to pan out. Of course, on a super speedway, you need your dancing partners, and they all have them there at the moment. Do your do-si-do, as you like to say. But I think, Wesley, when we get down to about 5 to go, we're wondering if anybody's going to start game and getting that third lane going.
And 2 indeed. All the while, here they come, storming back to the tri-oval. Here at the 4.026 mile, 2.5 or kilometers, 2.5 mile Daytona International Speedway. 31 degrees of bacon greets these drivers. And Nigel, you're still right there in your spot in the top 5.
Still chilling. Just chilling like
the villain. And you can go the distance, by the way, right? You can go the distance.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all fine.
Yep, I can have 25 green light checkers, I'll be fine.
Here he is. This is on
Now,
board.
Nigel, I noticed you pull out a roll. Here he comes, and Raymond sideways. Hold on, Raymond in the wall. And he scrapes some spots. So now, side by side, they're 3 wide out of 4. Holdsworth will follow Nigel. Anywhere you go, I go. Dead center on the 86. He's there. And Sedale's coming to the front in 69, I meant.
A lapped car as well, too. So go down on the inside, guys. Otherwise, it's going to get a bit messy as Nigel's going to avoid him. Wow, Nigel.
Oh, my goodness. Trey Hare. Sedale was coming in hot.
And now, you know what's happened? You can see that Matty's elected to go down to the bottom side, so they're making the 4-pack at the bottom. And Nigel was saying before they probably need a third car up the top side. See how they're scrubbing a little bit of speed here? Just can't quite get it. They need another one to hook up.
Yeah.
I think after Matty, you and Matty almost got into each other before there. Matty's like, no, thank you. I'm not going up there anymore to help you out there. Nigel, you're on your own.
You let Raymond get back up there. That's the question. Can you and Jason push on your own? Under 35 miles remaining here.
I don't think
We'll give it a go.
I don't think they have
We'll give it a
speedways,
go.
do they? Look at it. It just...
Nah, not quite up the speed.
And by the way, what a save you did missing the 13 of Luke Trahair. I mean, if he would have came down, you guys would have crashed.
Yep.
What a way you just sit by him.
Under control the whole time.
Yep.
He says, I ain't even bragging. Perfect precision. Here comes Raymond.
Oh, they
He's
are
going to
coming,
get back
Johnny.
up in the dogfight. And now Holdsworth is going to push Nigel. John Deere Green on a hot summer night in Australia.
This is how
For
close
the
it
lead.
is. This is what it looks like.
Sherlock on the bottom. He's there. Nigel, come on, Big Papa. He's in the lead. The farmer. Holdsworth pushing him up to make it into one. Now, when does Holdsworth team pull out of line? When does he say, okay, Nigel, you're on your own? Right? You're on your own. Not yet.
Here's Brian Blundell getting out of the way. This time he's elected to go down the inside of the apron. I think that's a lot better than staying on the race up on the main racetrack at the moment, because we saw what happened before there when everybody's trying to navigate their way around lap cars. It's quite difficult. Let's see. So it's a 3x3x3 again. So they should have a push there, both Nigel and Jason, by Matty and the 83 behind them. And with Sherlock still down the inside.
2 by 2, 2 times 3 is 6. And that's exactly, do the math, what's going on here.
1 plus 3
As
equals
right
5.
now, Skurlock on the bottom. Look at now Nigel Siddell pushing here. 12 to go. Closing in on the final 25 miles of this one here.
Now it's time to get moving, I would say. Well, no, I wouldn't go out yet. Get down to about
Not yet.
6 to go. Remember, it's super speedway, so you got a bit of time.
Hey, Nigel, I got to ask you this question. I know you're leading right now on the high side, but are you worried about the car overheating? And I noticed that's why we saw guys pull in line, pull out of line. Is that to try to find clean air to keep the car from, going in the red and blowing up the engine?
Sorry, Wes, I didn't hear any of that. I can't even. Jason's trying to talk to me on the race radio, but I literally can't hear him.
3 wide. And now here comes Siddell on the middle. He's got Holdsworth. I thought Dean was going to try to go to the outside lane, but he could not get the pass.
No.
And now Skurlock carries the momentum down the back straightaway there.
Yeah, Jason Holdsworth, I don't think is going to go out wide yet. He might just be getting air, I think, in the engine there, stop it from overheating.
Well, that's what we talked about, remember?
Exactly.
That's what I was asking him.
Yeah.
Do you have to pull out a line to keep from not overheating your engine, Dean? And Nigel, is that what you guys are doing right now? Pulling out of line, pulling back in line to let the engine cool off. Nigel in complete focus, bouncing, bobbing,
I don't think
with
Nigel
the help of
doesn't have to,
Holdsworth.
Wesley. Nigel doesn't have to because he's got clean air in front of him, so he wouldn't be overheating.
Yeah.
It's more of whether or not Jason might actually be on the horn trying to talk to him. That's why Nigel's just a little distracted at the moment. Might be saying, "Hey, mate, I am having to move off a little bit to try to get some air into my car because I'm starting to cook in the Australian summer at the moment, riding in the back there of your 69."
You're exactly right.
There it
If you're
is.
watching on
He's getting the clean air.
Highline, these guys have driver communication as well.
Yep.
Spotter communication also, just like in real NASCAR broadcasts or NASCAR races. And the same thing for these guys. Here they come storming off of turn number 4. They're going to come down to the line. Under 25 miles remaining. 9 to go. Skurlock in the lead. Double D, Dave Douglas for Nitro on the inside. When will Douglas pull up with his Nitro brethren of Nigel Siddell and Jason Holdsworth? Or Dean, is he committed to the bottom? It doesn't look like he's going to pull out a line yet.
No. I'm just amazed that Dave Douglas must be, he's been hooked up on Sherlock's car there for a while too. So was Timo Blundell. At some point, they must be getting pretty hot on the engine temperatures as well, being tucked up there. even more so for the number 4, you'd have to say, for Timo, because, he's got cars to the right as well. So you're not getting a lot of clean air into that radiator. So at some point, they're holding on to that one.
Did you call him Sherlock? Is it not Sherlock? Is it Sherlock?
Sherlock.
Michael Sherlock.
Sherlock.
The H is silent, maybe?
There's no H in it, yeah.
So Sherlock right there, Michael Sherlock. I'm going to take your advice. And right now, here he comes, working into the corner. Another one of those new drivers for the Australian NASCAR X Series. Here they come now, door to door, stride for stride. Sherlock, as well as Nigel Fidel, Holdsworth pushing him. Dave Douglas. I think if he could get by Sherlock, if you will, Dean, I think he could get up on that outside lane. And very impressive, right? We noticed in the 500 on Saturday night that the inside lane was the way to go.
Yes, it is.
It wasn't until the end when the outside lane started to work. But now in this race tonight, outside lane is working. Both lanes are working. 7 to go, back into 1.
Jason's got to get right up here in a minute by the exit and give a nice little boost right there before the straightaway, if he can. But he's had to move out of line just a little bit, just to allow a bit of cooling. You can see in the number 8 to give him a push. But I do got a sneaking suspicion they do need the 83 of Matt Raymond. I think Matt Raymond needs to go up behind Jason and give him a push, because it seems that
Douglas needs to get up on the high side and help him out. What do you think?
Yeah, David, but if Douglas does, depends if he wants to go over there. He's going to cover off in front of Nigel if he can clear him.
Oh! Sherlock him up! Nigel! And Edward Holdsworth on the high side of the binders! 6 to go with a save for these guys!
Time to go now. And the thing is, too, there is lap traffic up the road, too. Soon that they'll be approaching very much on the backstretch, mate. So it's going to be interesting where that car's going to be as well, too. That's going to be a bit of an issue. I think that is Luke at the moment here. And Luke is staying still too far back. We're going to crash. Whoa.
Sherlock in trouble. Sherlock's in the wall. He's in reverse. Trouble. Sherlock around. In reverse up on the top of the safer barrier. Michael Sherlock in trouble. Caution's out.
Not sure what happened then.
If Douglas bumped him. Dave Douglas is now the new leader. Let's see what happened to the 350. I think there was a bump. There it is. And then, Nigel Sedell, nowhere to go.
Yeah.
But I think Nigel's okay.
Yeah, I think Nigel's okay.
Nah, I got damage.
No, he's got damage on the front of his hood. Yep. Oh, man. Here it is again. Dean, this is how fast it happens in Daytona. Under 5 to go.
So it's a slight nudge, you said, from Dave. And I don't know if it pushes the 530 up into Nigel as well. But those two definitely come in contact. You can see Nigel's missing front hood as well, too. So we got the damage there. And that's unfortunate for Michael.
350 of Michael Sherlock.
Yeah, he was leading this race, and he had very much got an opportunity to win it. Now he's going to have to go from the penthouse to the outhouse, my friend.
You see how badly damaged the driver's side of the 350 Toyota Supra is now from, like, rim riding, if you will, up against the safer barrier. All right, Nigel, you, Jason, Dave, Nitro, coming down pit road, or you got what you got here with the under 4 to go?
No, I think I might have to come down and fix a bit of damage up, I think.
You reckon? You sure? How is the drivability of it? I mean, sometimes this is more cosmetic than it is.
No, it's telling me.
It might not be a bad idea, Nigel, because, hell, there's only 5 cars in the lead lap. That's it.
That's
maybe
right.
6.
So
Brian Blundell will get the free pass.
Jason's coming down as well too, mate. So you're not alone.
Everybody's coming down pit road except for Dave Douglas. Dave Douglas is the sitting duck.
So it's going to be
that man some chicken salt.
Yeah. Going to be interesting to see how long
get onto it.
It's going to take. Why are these other drivers coming down, but they didn't get any damage? Is that just to put some freshies on?
Maybe. I got 3 minutes damage, so a little bit damage there. Hopefully I can get it
on the lead lap now. Brian Blundell is the last car on the lead lap. He got a lap back. Everyone else a lap down or more. So, yeah.
So that's going to be interesting now. changes everything, Worsley. As the
It
repairs.
really does.
And let's have a look at those pit stop stats there as well, too. So, but Davey, remember, took 4 tires back on 24 laps ago. Matty's just done fuel. I don't know why they did a fuel again because pretty sure on that last pit stop they would have had enough fuel to go to the end. We heard that from Nigel saying, I'm comfortable. I can go to the end on that fuel.
Overtime, Nigel, how many attempts at overtime? One attempt, 2 attempts?
I think there's 3.
3 attempts. 3 attempts at overtime. So maybe they're saving, and they're just topping off just in case there, Dean, that we have a calamity before the finish.
If you didn't give up track position.
They still have overtime racing, and now they still have 3 laps to go. And mind you, we could still finish in the regular scheduled distance. If they come back around, which I think they will, they should get 3 to go at the line. If they get the 1 to go, then they will come to an original 2-lap shootout.
Yes.
It means they would have 2 laps on the original distance to race it out. Now, if not, and they wreck, then we go to overtime. So it all determines what race directors do. Remember, iRacing now allows race control and the series leagues to control how fast or how long they stay under caution. So we're seeing if Douglas will get 1 to go. Nigel Sedell back out. I'm going to watch the pace car. Watch up in front, and let's see if the lights are off. They are. Survey says, yes, Dean, we're getting ready for a 2-lap shootout. Lap 97, we're on 3 to go. They'll come back around, green flag, 2-lap shootout on the original distance.
And Nigel will be good too because he managed to stay on the lead lap.
Yeah,
that's right. And he's in 5th.
Yeah, he should catch him too by the time they get to the... Oh, not quite sure. Yeah, Nigel
probably
has...
back straight.
On the back straight. Yeah.
Nigel, how badly damaged is the car?
Not too bad. I think I've got about 1.5 minutes left to go on the damage to get fixed, but we'll see how we go.
Push it to the front. Find Holdsworth and say, okay, you bump me, I'll bump you.
Yeah, I'll see if I can give Jace a bit of that. Here we go. You can see the motor.
Here's the relationship that started without not even starting a relationship here, Dean. I mean, he said they weren't teammates, and then they just hook up, and it's like a magical conjunction.
I don't think you have to worry about anything overheating at the moment too, Nigel, because look, the whole bonnet's missing off the car there, so you'll be fine, mate. There'll be no overheating there now. You got plenty of cooling in that engine.
Yeah, that's right. Nah, we got... I'll better return the favour and give Jace a big push. No, I'm going to be useless, actually. I'll be absolutely no use to these guys at all.
I think so. Hood gone. You don't know.
Nah. I just went down the back straight there, and I haven't got the speed, so...
A little bump, tap. Let's see what happens. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, they are coming back to the United Rentals restart zone. The green flag will fly. And the Australian NASCAR X Series exhibition race. This is preseason. Trucks will have a preseason on Thursday. We look forward to bringing it to you on Highline. The real season starts next Tuesday and Thursday night. Get signed up, Australian NASCAR on Facebook and Discord. Back to green. Green, white, checker. Dean, here we go. Regular scheduled distance, and Douglas and Raymond are door to door. Holdsworth watching on as they go to turn 1 up the banking.
Yeah, keep an eye on the 8 and the 4 behind him as well too. Who's going to push who? You can see that Nige is just hanging in there with him, so hasn't scrubbed too much speed. He's going to go up and actually elect to, as he said, give Jason Holdsworth a push if he can catch the back of him. That could make a bit of a difference here. Matty's electing to go. Where's he going to go? Matt Raymond, it'll commit down the inside line there. You can see Jason Holdsworth says, okay, give you a push at the moment. Nowhere that Nigel can go help his teammate there, Jason, at the moment, has to sit behind the 10 of Dave Douglas.
I'm working now out of turn number 4. Off the banking. Holdsworth right behind the center back end of Raymond's car. He follows them. They mimic each other. 2-car tandem. White flag in the air for preseason here in Daytona to set the stage for next Tuesday night. And here comes Holdsworth. He'll pull up
he's gonna
high.
Get a big push
almost
here.
into the wall. Big push by Blundell. Here comes Douglas. He'll power. Raymond on the inside. Nigel Sedell nowhere to be found. Holdsworth powers to the lead.
Shuts the
Up
door.
on the outside. Look at this move. Holdsworth blocking him. Top, middle, bottom.
Here comes
Here
Timo.
comes Blundell on the bottom. Holdsworth losing the draft. Douglas is helping him. Pushing the 4. Timo Blundell. Here comes Holdsworth. 5 cars in a line, single file, out of line. Blundell, can he get there?
He gets it.
Will do it. Preseason Daytona goes to Timo Blundell at 4.
Yeah, nice little
Dave
push.
Douglas tried to go to the outside, but ran out of time there, Dean.
Yeah, Dave. Well, I think Dave just gave him a push and said, "Okay, it's too late. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'll give Blundell the win." Jason Holdsworth, nobody there to really help him out towards the end, wasn't it? He had a nice little 3-way push, as you can see, for a little bit to get him right up at the front there. But just at the end of the day, Blundell was the one that was in the right place at the right time, gets the race win.
Nigel, you were right. You couldn't really do anything. You were kind of, you couldn't get up there. I guess you do need your hood, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's not right for the podium,
no,
by
that's
the way.
not. Oh, okay. I see. I
Timo
see how to
Blundell,
fix that. Yep.
Dave Douglas, and Jason Holdsworth for the top 3 drivers. And by the way, what a job for Timo Blundell. Remember, 2 times he was involved in an accident. Rallies back, and the Blundell Sim Racing Ford, number 4, will celebrate with a preseason win here in Daytona. Turning it down. Line of things to come. Tim Blundell. Timo was top 25. He was 21st in points last year. 1 top 10 finish. What a way to turn it around for the new season in preseason. Here's a look at some of the new bells and whistles that we were talking about on Australian NASCAR on Highline. And there it is. We'll give you the recap in a moment, but let's give you the results. Timo Blundell will pick up the win. Dave Douglas, Nitro, 2nd. Jason Holdsworth, Nitro, 3rd. Matt Raymond, 4th. Brian Blundell, the brothers, the family, in the top 5. Nigel Sedell, nothing to hold your head down about. A solid run for John Deere Green. Luke Trehair, Michael Sherlock, Josh Micklemore, and Dave Diego Snad in your top 10. Keith Hackney, Brad Wright, Siobhan McKiernan, and Brandon Burkhart of the 14 cars that took preseason advantages here in Daytona. 100 laps at the end. That's 250 miles. There were 30 lead changes amongst 12 drivers, 5 cautions for 14 laps. Dave Douglas was the hard charger of the race, up 9 spots. Michael Sherlock was the man that led the most laps of 130 laps for him for the Bandits. Nigel Sedell, hey Nigel, fastest man on the track, 47.294, and Brandon Burkhart, Nitro, number 9. And the Phase 2 Chassis Works entry is the man on the pole. Wow, what a fun one, Dean.
Yeah.
Good times.
It all came down to it, didn't it? Like pretty much caution-free race until the late dying stages of the Daytona, and that's what you would expect in the great super speedway, the home of motor racing, the United States of America, and that's exactly the situation that we had. I'm not quite sure we're going to get a chance to chin wag.
Are we going to get him? Are we going to talk to him? Are we going to talk to the drivers? Blundell, Douglas, and Holdsworth. Nigel, can you bring them in? Are they available?
No, I think they're not going to worry about it tonight. I think it's just because the exhibition race. They'll all wait till next week.
I gotcha. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's brag a little bit about Tim Blundell. Timo Blundell again. Remember, he's a guy that finished in 21st in points. You know, Dean, biggest thing for Blundell was a top 20, a top 10 finish last year, okay? That's honestly what Blundell did if you look at the point standings at the end of the season, right? What a way to turn it around for this guy, and with a win in preseason, and obviously it's a way to set the stage, set the bar for what's to come, I believe, for next Tuesday night. Tim Blundell, by the way, tonight was his 126th career Australian NASCAR start. I don't know if that counts per se because it was an exhibition, but in 125 races before tonight, this would be his first ever win in Australian NASCAR competition. That's something to think about, Dean and Nigel. He's never won a race. It's kind of like Ryan Preece winning the Cookout Clash at Bowman Gray last week in NASCAR at Bowman Gray Stadium in Winston-Salem. It's a non-points win. It's not a points victory, but it's a win for NASCAR. I guess the same thing could be said for Timo Blundell. And Dean, what a way, a sign of things to come for this guy who has no wins, 5 top 5s now, 6 top 5s, and 35 top 10s if you're counting points races for Blundell. Is sim racing for the number 4.
Yeah, and even it's an exhibition race, essentially a preseason race, you've got to count that as a win for him. He will remember this one for himself. Look at that fantastic positioning that he had to do. He had to navigate past a couple of cars at high speed on the last couple of laps here to get the job done. Just position that number 4 forward perfectly. Had the slingshot around when he needed to. You got to give a hats off to Double D, Dave Douglas. He realized at this point it didn't quite have enough at the end there, and I thought, okay, you know what? I'll gives him a little bit of boost, goes for it now, across the line, but there it is. Timo Blundell.
And you can see when they pulled out a line, Dean, that Jason Holdsworth, I think, was going to try to hook up with the 10, but he was too far back, and he just could not get the draft to help push the 10 across. And obviously, Timo Blundell, big props to him. What a way to start preseason Australian NASCAR X Series. Nigel Siddell, always great joining you in the booth, in the car. Nothing disappointing with a top 5 finish. What do you think in closing?
It's a good night's racing. There's going to be an exciting season once everyone's back next week and everyone can see the schedule there on the screen. The first 2 weeks of the super speedways, we go to Daytona, then we go to Echo Park, Atlanta as well. Then go to the road course. Then we go short track racing to Phoenix, back where the championship race was last season. Then with Vegas, Darlington, and then there's only one track on there that's to be determined at the moment, and that's getting voted for by the drivers with Bristol, Kansas, Talladega.
For the finale, right?
For the regular season finale, Talladega, and the playoff races, Texas, Western Glen, the road course, Dover, Charlotte, Nashville, and the championship race has been voted on at the moment. It's either going to be Atlanta 2008, the old Echo Park, or it may be New Hampshire. So there's a vote going in the polls at the moment.
Echo Park. I vote Echo Park. I vote Echo Park. I like it. I love it. Yes, sir. I love it.
I think.
Go ahead, Nigel. Go ahead.
No. I'm just going to the polls now, and what does the poll say right now is that we've got Atlanta's winning 8-3.
Oh, wow. So let me go cast my vote in as well. So yes, go vote. Yeah, and by the way, let everybody know, Nigel, that is actually season 1 of the 2026 schedule, because what you will do is you will take off for a couple of weeks, and then you come right back around the end of July, and you fire back up for the end of the year for this series. So,
yes, and then
this is part 1 of a season.
Yes, and then we've got the Invitational Chase Championships at the end of the year too, when 8 races chase.
Yes.
To crown the overall champion, which Matt Danson will be coming back to defend his title, which will be interesting to see.
And remember, that is the Australian NASCAR Championships that used to be on Sunday night. Now it will be a Tuesday, Thursday format for 4 weeks, 8 races at the end of the regular seasons of eNASCAR, or the Australian NASCAR X Series and trucks as well. Dean, your final take of tonight, sir. Always a pleasure. What a job here. Phenomenal way to get going again. And Australian NASCAR alive and well and ready for a big send-off for next week, sir.
Can't wait for it. Absolutely. So remember, it's going to be basically a carbon copy of what we had tonight, but just with a lot more drivers and for points on the line for the first time this season. So dress rehearsals are done and dusted. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, cats and dogs that are out there. The main show, the main event, same time, same network, same place this next week.
Don't forget the trucks. The Australian NASCAR Truck Series will be in action on Thursday. Make sure you plan to join us all again for coverage of that, and there should be a big field of trucks from the virtual World Center of Racing. If you'd like to get signed up, check out Australian NASCAR on Facebook and social media. And, of course, remember, Highline Broadcasting is the new broadcasting partner of Australian NASCAR. Here's a look at everything one more time as we set the stage for, again, the first points race of the season next Tuesday night. We hope that you plan to join us. Same time, Aussie mates and mateys, or wherever you are around the world. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning in North Carolina and America for me as it's about to hit 6 a.m., but I love working with you awesome guys of the Aussie world. For Jason Holdsworth, Nigel Siddell, for Bigglesteen Hopton, this is Wesley Outland on Highline Broadcasting congratulating Timo Blundell, the Ryan Preece of Australian NASCAR, winning preseason at Daytona. We'll see you for the big show next week. And remember, preseason thunder for the trucks on Thursday on Highline. Good evening, and thanks for watching.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.